All right, welcome to the green-white Maverick video. I forgot to show the deck at the beginning, but here we are. This is the list that we're going to be playing. You can check out the link down below, and you can see the Absent Maverick League also with the link that you're going to find down below. We're going to be trying out Questing Beast and Veil of Summer, as well as Deafening Silence in the sideboard. Of course, this is going to be against combo decks. It's going to be against black and or blue decks, and this is going to be mostly against True Name Nemesis because of the combat damage dealt by your creatures you control can be prevented clause, and of course great against planeswalkers as well. So we're gonna see how these cards play out, but yeah, let's jump into the league. So double Mom, Night Wasteland. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Let's see what we're playing against. Noble Hierarch. Okay, since my opponent's playing Noble Hierarch, of course it makes no... Alright, that changes things. So I'm going to play a bird here. And I think I'm going to get a basic. Since we already have another basic, we can very easily play around Wasteland. We're going to try to keep at parity on mana with my opponent. Maybe I should have actually gotten a Savannah instead of these, because of it would have allowed me to double Mom plus Wasteland next turn. Export here very quickly. Legacy. Green, white, Maverick. Whoops, Maverick. Opponents resolving their ponder. Sweet, that gives me time. Gives me time. Cardboard Live. Let's go. Alright, Cardboard Live updated. Huh. Bant Delver? Is this what it has come down to, huh? Okay, I think I'm gonna double Mom here instead of trying to Wasteland my opponent. Like, they have 3 mana already, which is kind of like the threshold. And this allows me to play around, to get the Moms into play. And then Bird plus Mom, active Mom is going to block Delver all day. Force of Will, pitching Force of Negation. Okay, so I guess that they have one answer to a Mom. Probably a Swords. Yeah. Alright, so Cardboard Life should be updated. Let's see what my opponent flips off the Delver. Nothing. Classic Delver. Yeah, so we're definitely playing a Knight after playing the Wasteland here, and then we Wasteland my opponent. Knight probably gonna be able to raise my opponent's. So I guess there's no need for me to waste yet. In fact, there's no reason for me to waste at all. My opponent has a ton of mana. So let's see what they flip here first. They flip Daze. Nice. They draw the Daze? Huh. Well, since they drew the Daze, I guess there's no need for me to do anything here. ¿Cómo andas, Axelín? ¿Todo bien? Why the hell would they draw the Daze? Alright. So we track her now. Now we waste. Now we play Arbor, get another clue. We sack, and we wasteland them again. Basically, I'm trying to deny my opponent from being able to cantrip into stuff like Oko or whatever. Now if I go with new decks, maybe I have something for Nice, Arcan. That's awesome. So next turn we can get Raminap going. We are taking 4 from this Delver, though. But I think that we're going to be able to just one-shot them. Oh, they have a true name. They drew a true name / Oko. That's a true name, yeah. All right. Nice. So it's time, right? So we go get Cradle and we go get we seen it for 5. I guess that we can Ramin up first. It seems better. So we can Wasteland. So we Swords the Delver. And then we Wasteland my opponent's Wasteland. And now we crack a clue, and now we can next turn get the Questing Beast. Yeah, without Lightning Bolt, it seems really hard for my opponent to race me here. Yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with my spot here. Unless they top deck like Force or something. That's not a Force. Well, can we present Lethal? 4, so that's 7 plus 4, 11 plus 2, 13 plus 4, 17. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to get Questing Beast. I'm gonna need to buy some time. So I guess I'm gonna need to go get Knight of Autumn. Gonna need to get Knight of Autumn now, so I can win one more turn. But it's fine though, because we attack for a bunch. So we Kasali first. We waste my opponent. We waste my opponent so they can't daze me. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to cantrip, but this is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I think it's more important for me to force the chump. So, Knight of Autumn? Yeah, because all the creatures have been exiled. So, Knight of Autumn, game 4. Can't crack clue, but we can attack for a bunch. Put my opponent on a 2-turn clock into chump block duty. With another card in hand is a Daze and now a Spell Pierce. Alright, so I guess they attack with the Aberration, they swing for 4, and then they block 2 cards, this and this, and they take 6 down to 1. That's brutal. Okay, so I need to draw. I need to draw into something still. Oh, that's right. Let's update Stream Decker real quick. Done. Noble Hierarch. Well, I guess that we can use the birds to chomp the insectile aberration, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. So I can draw 3 cards before I make a decision. So let's draw some cards first. Stoneforge. That does it, right? Because I can play Hierarch. I can play Stoneforge, fetch GT. Yeah, this does it. So we're gonna play Stoneforge first. We fetch GT. Wait, does it? So they can pierce me, but they can't daze me. So I pay 2 for GT plus 1, 2 for pierce. And then I can't equip, and I'm on a short of equipping. But if they do that, they actually did on board because I forced them to tap the Noble Hierarch. Okay, so we're fine, I guess. So we play line first. We play GT. We equip GT. I guess I might as well play Hierarch to deal 1 more damage. Opponent can't daze me. And now this kills the Delver. Or gains life, whatever I want to do. That's cute. GT counters. Bird being able to fly has been so good so many times already. I've only played 2 leagues, and the bird being able to fly has been so relevant. It's hilarious. And then we just played. I was the mono black guy that made a pretty stupid misplay, but was lucky. Thanks for the guys. Oh, thank you, Casimir. Yeah, dude, your cyber playing was just crazy. Like I was not expecting that at all. You caught me off guard so well. Congratulations. That was. I felt very next leveled. So yeah, you did a great job. So we bring in our answers to True Name, Veils for counter magic, and Choke because Choke. Yeah, that was definitely a punt. You were so far ahead at that point though, so I don't think that I could punish you, unfortunately. But yeah, it definitely felt very close. Library out. I'm not so hot on Thalia against the Noble Hierarch deck. I think I'm actually going to shave on Thalias, which is something that I usually do not do against Delver decks, but like this version of Delver seems to be like a different kind. They seem to be more mid-rangey instead of tempo-y. Ramming up seems like the nuts. Green Sun. Bringing in BVN against the playing the True Name deck does not. I don't know. It doesn't seem exciting. This hand is pretty good against this style deck though. So it's gonna force my opponent to. I guess I can choose. I think I'm gonna go with Hierarch on one. I just like want to try to be ahead on mana. Or I could waste on one. I actually kind of like Wastelanding on one. Like my opponent playing Ponder on turn one. If they shuffle, I think I'm 100% gonna Wasteland them. Why are you saying that, Mark? I mean, Thompson wasn't rude in chat earlier. They were friendly. I think I'm just gonna go with Hierarch here. If my opponent wants to daze the Hierarch, that's probably fine. And the Hierarch, like that puts them behind on mana, and the Hierarch allows me to like next turn go plains, Mom Giver, or maybe like answer my opponent's Delver or whatever, and then actually Wasteland them as well. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, they were friendly in chat earlier. I think I'm gonna double Mom now. I guess Mom and Stepmom. This allows me to play around days pretty easily. Basically the only way that I get punished here is if my opponent has like a Noko or a True Name on turn 3, I guess. But if they don't, there's no way my opponent can interact with my board. In Bant colors, I don't think there's anything that answers an active Mom plus Giver. Well, that sucks. That sucks, Mark. I don't like it when people are salty. I mean, I just usually, maybe I shouldn't, but I just usually just make fun of people that are being salty against me. Maybe I shouldn't do that, but I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna waste the green source. No, I guess I waste the green. Nah, I think I waste the white source actually. And I think I play Stoneforge here. I could play Scrive Ranger and like try to. I could play like both Stoneforge and Noble Hierarch, but I've been playing around Daze all game so far, and it's been working out perfectly. So I think we just do this right here. It was taunting and belittling me. Yeah, that's not cool. That's certainly not cool. Say hello to Bar all the time when we play, but he always ignores me and it just is Lynn Chalice. I mean, I would assume that Vara is not purposely ignoring. I like to, give people the benefit of the doubt. Some people are just fake little, like that guy, coming into stream acting friendly, but when he thinks no one is seeing, he's been a prick. I mean, yeah, some people really struggle with this. Some people really struggle with like I don't know, like anger issues or whatever. But so they only had green and blue. So I just block and give the Stoneforge for green. I don't think I can get punished here, can I? Like dismember? Literally the only way. I'm willing to like get dismember there though. I don't really care. Okay, now we do this though. Screw Ranger. So my opponent have Spell Snare, no Spell Snare. Poggers. Untap, bounce. Replay. Currently 4-0. Playing for the 5-1. But you're just a beast, dude. You're just a beast. I think I put the GT in play here. And there's no reason for me to do anything yet. We can double swords next turn. And I have double giver protection as well. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable about my spot. Opponent reveals path to exile. That's kind of cool. All right, another Goyf. Okay, so we're probably winning very easily now. I guess the Wasteland in the White Swords was the right line. Dace. All right. Gonna pay for this. Scream Ranger, man. So freaking good. I love Scream Ranger so much. Opponent concedes to Scream Ranger activation. Classic. Oh, I love it. I love it. Giver after Ren is gone. Fool. No. Arkan, I'm still respecting. I expect when I submitted this list, I was expecting Plague Engineer to be still very heavily played in order to punish, well, decks like this one. Because like Ren is now not legal anymore, so people like me, for example, they're gonna get greedy with their humans and then get punished by, or the humans and their elves and then get punished by Plague Engineer. Because not many people had caught on yet. I mean, we played against the mirror multiple times already. We played against Black Green Depths. We played against Death and Taxes. Actually, you didn't play against the mirror. We played against Death and Taxes. We played against a couple of Delver decks. We played against an Oko deck. We just played against Bant Delver. We played against Mono Black Reanimator with like some crazy cyborg plan. We have not played against Grixis yet, no. Thank you, Arkan, thank you. Made out for Drosy Droids. Missed a lot of games earlier. Have you got a chance to use Questing Beast? Not yet. Because this was the first match that we played using this card. The previous list was this. We played an Absan list instead of straight up green white, and we were not playing Questing Beast in this one. Speaking of the beast, I like this hand. Turn to knight. You don't mull this. Look at my excellent one that I'm playing into a turn 1 Astrolabe. Opponent goes turn 1 Astrolabe, and I'm like, yep, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. I'm okay with this. I think I am gonna jam the Thalia here. Like, I could play the Knight, but I can get got by Daze or something, or I can get my Knight plowed. So I think I'd rather start with Thalia here. I don't think my opponent's going to be playing a Daze deck, though. Did you figure out what I Green Assassins in our match yesterday? I told you... Oh, I took you to Archon, sorry. I jammed Legacy a bunch last night, play Oko lands. Never played the same deck twice and got my ass kicked by everything. Bad beats. Bad beats, Matt. That is nice. That's actually a solid draw. So we start with the Thalia attack. And I play the Knight of the Reliquary here. Fetching a basic forest. Whoops. There. So my opponent cannot very big me next turn unless they also use a plow on the Thalia, so that's probably just fine. Wait, am I playing against Miracles? I don't think I'm playing against Miracles. Maybe I am. No, I'm not. Yeah, I was gonna say, if we were playing against Miracles, my opponent would have probably fetched another island there because of the fetch land would represent that card, which I can't remember the name of. What's the name of that stupid card? I can't think of the name of the card. Mystic Sanctuary, there we go. Okay, so what do we do here? We can Rhyming Up, get back our land, attack for 3. I think I'm gonna do that, actually. Because I'm very interested in, like, knighting away the Savannah so I can go fetch Caracas so I can protect the Thalia. It feels like Thalia is doing some work here. And then we have, like, the Questing Beast in case my opponent, like, rats or something. I don't think getting Tig it's too high EV right now. Not in the current board. Huh. Snap Brainstorm is fine. The fact that we have Questing Beast to kind of like keep the beats going is kind of great. 4-mana Brainstorm deal. Just stop here to drop the sub. Oh, thank you, Hisio. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Maverick is also the deck of the people. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for the 7 months in a row subscribing to the channel, Hisio. I really appreciate the continued and long-lasting support. Thank you so much. All right, so this is going to be the Wrath. Or not. They chose to not shuffle here, though. Sack Savannah. Get Caracas. Do I want to draw a bunch of cards here? I don't think I do. I think I just attack with everything, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I have a lethal questing beast next turn. Seems these. Swords my knight. Yeah, I don't really care about life. So I'm just gonna play out the GT here. Still holding up Caracas. So next turn, if my opponent wraths me now, I can Questing Beast plus GT equip. Okay, so my opponent is on Miracles. So wait for them to tap their 2 mana. Bounce my Thalia. If my opponent taps out for Jace, then I think I'm gonna really like my spot. Because we're gonna play the Thalia, my opponent needs to answer it. Nice, okay. So we're gonna tap out for Thalia. We're gonna play the Thalia first, I guess, and then we're gonna play the Questing Beast, and we're gonna get to answer the Jace. My opponent can put a Terminus on top of the deck, and they get to answer my Thalia for good, but it is what it is. Like, I think that getting my opponent down to 3 and clearing the Jace is actually very, very important for me here. So play Thalia first. Point is to, if they have a force, they need to force this. They do. All right, do you have another force and another blue card? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The beast is here. Was that good? Was that good? Not sure whether that was good or not. Hardcast force. Yep. Oh, just counterspell. All right. Playgiver. Arbor is dead, so that's not another body for GT. I'm trying to figure out whether I like to hold this to crack Canopy and step. But I think I just played out. Now the question is, I think I just cracked Canopy. Primo del Foyeshano sí. Total. Alright, Fairy Time Raveler. That's kind of annoying. So they minus on the giver. Snapcaster Ponder. Yep. We need to deal the last 2 points of damage. So close. Hierarch. That's kind of a poggers. And I think here we just like jam everything. Actually, this one deals damage and the other one doesn't, so we're gonna start there. If my opponent has another Terminus here, we get got, but we can't really play around it. This is brutal. Put on top. I guess I pay for life for this one, but I want to play this and shuffle. Can only exalt it for one, which sucks. And also they can instant speed just hardcast Terminus if they have it. Yep, they do. It's pretty brutal. We really need this Sylvan library to go the distance. Alright, there's the hardcast Terminus. You can do that instant speed, opponent, do you know that? I guess maybe they can ponder into like a Jace or something. So I guess this makes sense for them to do it Memphis. So I know the top card, so I'm gonna shuffle with Foothills. Just gonna have 6 here. Alright, so I kind of want to find a Scoose. I kind of want to find the Scavenging Ooze because it's going to allow me to blank my opponent's Mystic Sanctuary. Alright, this is what I wanted to see. So let's start here. Let's play Kasali, because Kasali at least gives us value. And I'm gonna equip the Kasali, because we can always save the Thalia with Caracas. And this game has been crazy. Yeah, there's the Terminus. So we know they're drawing a Terminus now. I guess they have a Brainstorm. What is going on? They shuffle? Oh, they forgot they drew a card from Portent. That's what happened. That is so crazy. Wow. Insane. So we get to like force them to do something here before we do anything at all. So we're just going to do that. Attack them, attack them. So they pay 7, hardcast Terminus. We're going to do this. And this is actually lethal threat. So I think I don't want to use mana to sack this. So I just let it go. So I'm going to scene it for 1, 2, 3. Actually, I kind of want to wasteland them here. Gonna get Scavenging Ooze. We're gonna wasteland the Sanctuary. We're gonna play Thalia. Pass. Well, I guess that, yeah, so this stops Snappy. Just gave my Ether Vial Pro Black and killed Oko with it. Nice. Nice, Mark. That's value right there. Okay. So I'm trying to blank Snapcaster Mage, right? That's why I'm doing this. So my opponent needs to answer, like they need to naturally draw a Swords to Plowshares. They only used 2 swords so far, so they have 2 remaining in the deck. So they might be able to get there. Also, I just realized my opponent cannot crack fetches. They can still naturally draw a Mystic Sanctuary, which Scooz would be nice and at stopping. Council's Judgment. So I guess they're kind of forced to target use here, right? But then the library is still doing work. All right, so they portent now. They shuffle. All right, so my opponent is definitely struggling over there. Swords. That one's not very good. Gonna put this on top and put the Giver on top. Gonna play a land, play Thalia first. Counterspell. So we're gonna play Mommy. Now we're gonna play Knight. Gonna G to equip the Knight. Winning game 1 against Miracles, big deal. All right, so let's bring in the anti-Miracles package. Council's Judgment, Council's Judgment. I guess I do want Canonist. Why not remove a Source of Plowshares with Ooze? Because if I remove the Source of Plowshare with this Ooze and my opponent chooses the Sylvan Library to exile instead of the Ooze, then my opponent, I am tapped out of green, and my opponent can play a Snapcaster and exile my other my excuse using the other Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, I should have talked about that. I honestly kind of like did it, and I didn't stop to explain why, but that's the reason why. So I'm keeping a couple of swords because of Mentor. Mentor is kind of a big deal in the matchup, and do something like this. Hey yo, hey yo. I'm gonna keep this one. That's actually a great draw because it is a ramp creature that I don't need to waste a Zenith in order to play. So you 5-0'd. Surprise, said nobody ever. You're too good, Mark. You're just too good, man. I deal 1 damage with the bird. You even got some salt. Salt is usually good value for the. It's bad value for the person salting off, and it's great value for the person being salted at. Yep. Big problem. Massive problem, to be honest. So I'm trying to play the tracker so I can try to draw into my Swords to Plowshares and stuff. In fact, I'm gonna Zenith for 1 here. Zenith for 0. This gives me 1 more dude, and it also gives me 1 more clue, so I want to make sure that I get the value while I can. Sure. $11 chests. 11 chests is good value. Thalia is Bay. So we start here. Opponent forces. Brutal. I wonder if they also have the Sword to Plowshares. They have to have the sword, right? It doesn't matter, I have to jam. I can't really attack with the Pride Mage though. So this is the questing beast is gonna eat a monk. Yeah, this is bad. Turn 3 Mentor is really hard for us to beat. Turn 3 Mentor is very, very hard for us to beat. Wait, what? Okay. Wait, can they set up lethal here? Because it definitely seemed worth for them to let one monk go. Oh, they have another. Oh. Oof. Oof. Yeah, they do have the sword. Yeah, I don't think we can keep up with this. They only have one card left, though. It's basically like one cantrip and I die, but if they don't have that one cantrip, though. Okay, so we're gonna do Tracker first. Then we're gonna Script Ranger. Gonna float white. And tap, bounce. Replay. Play knight. Yeah, so we can probably beat my opponent if they have nothing in hand. If their hand is like Force of Will and they draw a land, we're gonna be fine. But if they draw, like if they draw any business spell, we're Well, that one is certainly interesting. Huh. Good to know that my opponent's playing Entreat. You don't see this card every time. You don't always see Entreat the Angels. Well, my opponent stopped taking a spell. Probably Brainstorm or Sophie. Yeah. Yeah, my opponent just has too much. Let's go to game 3. That was a close one, but yeah, as I was saying, like that is why I keep 2 swords in my Miracles matchup. It's just like Mentor is such a beating. Mentor is such a beating. I think I'm actually gonna make this swap. Sophie can be card advantage, but and I wonder if Surgical is now with the addition of Mystic Sanctuary, if Surgical is actually relevant. Usually I don't bring it, but okay. So we go turn 1 Mom, turn to Thalia. See what happens. We have an answer to a Mentor, which is nice. Also Thalia, the Mom survives, which is also very nice. That's no bueno. No force. That is definitely good for us. Something good. That's not really something good. I could fetch Dry Diver. I don't think it... Oh, come on. Alright, at this point I'm cycling Canopy. Like I've drawn so many duds. I realize that you look like you're plus 10 points for looking out. Thank you so much, Nep. I appreciate it. I think I'm gonna have to cycle here. Teague. That's actually kind of big game, actually. Like, they kind of have to force this if they have it. So otherwise, they're not forcing anything else ever again. Brainstorm. Okay, this is good. Move to bed and watch from there. Try to get some sleep. Oh, thank you, Mark. Have a good night, dude. All right. This is the deck you talked about yesterday. Why is it called Maverick? Oh, I have no idea. Like, Legacy deck naming has like the weirdest stories, and most of them, like, people don't really know what they're about. So I can't really help you there, unfortunately, my friend. Yeah, so this is actually looking good. So we're gonna wasteland my opponent's Tundra, and this mom is gonna be a 2-for-1. We kind of have the lock. Basically, Mother of Runes stops my opponent from Mom stops my opponent from using 1-mana spells like Swords to Plowshares and stuff in order to kill my Teague / Thalia, and Teague stops them from casting their sweepers like Supreme Verdicts and stuff. And now we know that we're going to be able to safely source this Mentor, which is very good for us, obviously. So we're going to waste my opponent. I'm going to source the Mentor, and they can't force because of Gather Teague. So we know that it's safe. And now we attack. But yeah, like, legacy naming conventions they go back like tens, like they literally go back decades, and many times like people just don't know what they're about, honestly. Hey, the one, how you doing? Many times people just like don't know. There's just like rumors or stuff, like people don't actually know whether like the naming conventions are actually true or not. Just like things that people have heard, and like the story kind of like changes as time goes by, like it kind of shifts and whatever. Not exposing the wasteland, obviously. I don't want my opponent to know that they should not fetch for another non-basic. And they also have 3 islands and only a single plane, so they don't have double white, which is of course good for me. It was the estimate of the person who created the deck way back when, if I remember from the source. Okay. Maverick was in its beginning vial deck created by Maverick, Luis Vicente. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Playing DNT because Rennie's dead. I know, I'm playing Maverick because Rennie's dead. It's great. Having an amazing time. Having such a good time. That's a TEF. My opponent needs to not plus on it, to minus on like nothing, basically. If they target, You see, this is so heads up from my opponent. Like, if they target something, if they target one of my dudes and I give you protection with the mom, then they're not gonna get to draw a card because the ability will fizzle. So that's super heads up from my opponent there. And now I'm actually gonna go with Dryad Arbor, so I can answer the TEF. And continue clocking them. So attack to fairy, attack them, them to fairy. All right, good. Why can't we just name decks on breakfast seals like the good old days? I know, right? The good old days. I wonder if there's a Lucky Charms. There was a point in my life where I was super into Lucky Charms. Then somebody finally told me, dude, like, Lucky Charms are like so bad for you, and I stopped eating them. But I'm gonna create a deck and I'm gonna call it Granola, for example. Yep. The Tig Mom Thalia lock gets there. In what is actually a very bad matchup. We've already beaten 2 pretty bad matchups in this stream. But yeah, good times. Funny things, but I don't know if this deck has creatures. Yeah, it does have creatures with Excitable. We're playing Noble Hierarch. Look at it, just right there. There you go. Definitely keeping this one. And I'm gonna fetch for basic forest on 1 so we can get wastelanded. Put him most to 6. Said because of the lawyer Maverick who cited the term which means independently minded, aka solo gun. I have no idea what any of the stuff that you just said actually means. Alright. So we're playing against something like Storm. This is a turn 2 kill. Because we can play through the Shadow! Nice! I haven't seen Death Shadow in so long. Alright, we're gonna Zenith for I guess another Hierarch. If my opponent wants to daze me, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Yep. This is cool, this is cool. It's important for me to wear out my opponent's dazes. Because they're probably gonna be good at different points. Huh, interesting that they took the excavator there. I was not expecting them to do that. Maybe they have like a wasteland heavy hand or something? Okay, now we actually do get to play around days, so I'm going to. Okay. They know my hand, so no surprises there. I know that looks bad, but again, I'm trying to play around days, and look at that. Look at that! My opponent pitches days to Force of Will. Next level plays. I mean, if my opponent does not have a threat, we can keep on doing this for a while. Do I attack them? I guess I don't, because they are at like, if they do play a shadow, it would be a. I guess now it does matter. Yeah, okay. So I think I go for Scoos here. Because it prevents an angler, hopefully. Yeah, I don't want to get stubbed, so it's gonna be for 2. Yeah, Scavenge Junior just seems like the more powerful card. It's a Delver. Just gonna start eating my stuff. Just to make the Scoos bigger and lethal and big. Let's draw like a Source to Plowshares. That would be really nice. That's not a Source to Plowshares. It is, however, a green source, so. Oh, made a mistake there. I should have definitely eating some stuff. See what they reveal. Nothing. I'm gonna fetch. Yes, they are. 1, 2. Yeah, they have too many cards. So I can exile 4 cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. With the Brainstorm, it is actually enough for an angler. So I guess that there's no point in me doing anything right now. And I haven't played against Shadow in a while. Usually, if you do draw your Swords to Plowshares, the matchup is very easy, and when you don't draw your Swords to Plowshares, the matchup is very hard. There's a Shadow. 8/8 Death Shadow. Eat a Tracker. Eat an Excavator. Here I'm actually trying to prevent an angler from coming down. They reveal Force of Negation. Okay, so they're gonna draw Force. So they're gonna swing for 3 here. Nice. Stoneforge. Resolves. So this is enough so I don't get anglered. And I'm not going to attack this turn. I'm going to attack next turn. I'm going to equip the Discus with the sword. My opponent's going to need to chomp with the Shadow. I'm going to trade. Opponent draws a Thoughtseize. Never mind. I know that my opponent has a Force of Negation in hand. I didn't want to hardcast the equipment. Like, they have a dead Force of Negation. I don't want to make it live. My opponent needs to exactly top deck a Thoughtseize, which apparently they did. So we don't have lethal yet. We need any creature really, like any creature with power. I guess I should have attacked with the Stoneforge there, just so my opponent chomps, just so like to chomp attack, so I can start growing the Discus. No, because then Fatal Push just kills me. So no. Huh. So I guess that my opponent drew another Shadow. Yep. Yep. Come on! There's so many cards that are great here. Knight of the Reliquary, like... So many cards that are insane on this board. Let's just keep drawing lands. This is so frustrating. Swords to Plowshares just wins the game on the spot. It's a straight up 2-for-1. I just force this Shadow, then the other one dies because of static effects, like however you say that. Jita is good. I guess Jita is not that good. It's just fine. Knight of the Reliquary is great. You got so many cards that are so good right now. I'm gonna block with the arrow, but I'm not sure yet whether I want to eat it or not, because I can draw a... A knight. You have to be kidding me. This is really, really frustrating. I guess I technically still have exactly one out. I need to draw exactly a Swords to Plowshares. But I need to chump block the shadows. Yeah, my opponent hasn't really been counterping that much either. They just drew better than I did. Yep. You would have won the game like 2 turns ago. Too late now. That's frustrating. Alright, Veil. Yes. Choke. Yes. Judgment. And that's it. Teague out. Library out. Thalia, yes. Question Beast, not so much. Take out the Zenith. And Knight of Autumn. Yeah, I guess Questing Beast off the top would have won it too. That's hilarious, yeah. It's frustrating when that happens. It's frustrating when that happens, but variance is variance. It's a cruel mistress. Cruel mistress. Should I just leave in the Questing Beast? Like 4 mana is so much against Shadow though. Death Touch though. It's probably better than Quasali actually. Ugh. I guess I kind of keep this. We get so wrecked though by so many things. It's crazy. Also, this is effectively a mulligan. Like Days would be very good for very bad for us. Thoughtseize would also be kind of bad. There it is. Yes, because of Show and Tell. Because when Show and Tell resolves, the card goes. That's hilarious. You put the card into play, and the trigger goes on the stack before like if your opponent plays an Omniscience, the trigger goes on the stack before your opponent gets priority again. So even if they have Emrakul in hand, the Vanishing Light goes on the stack, then you target the Omniscience and you get it back. And the nice thing about Vanishing Lights is that it works with everything. It works with, like, it doesn't matter whether your opponent has like Omniscience or Show and Tell or Omniscience or or Emrakul or Gristerbrand. Like, it works with everything. It just answers it. Feels bad, man. Yeah, no good names. No good names left. That's a funny username. Can we find threats? Why not O-Ring? I don't know. I basically kind of just copied it from Dan Neely's list. It's a lot of stuff. I think we take this Shadow. And then I think we do. Do we waste them? Yeah, I think we do waste them. We got the surprise factor here on our side. Wow, my opponent's hand is just absurd. Can we please ever find the Swords to Plowshares? Like, we've literally not seen a Swords to Plowshares in the entire match. Reveals Force. Wait, what? So I trade here? Uh-huh. This is brutal. This is so brutal. That's crazy. Yeah, we can't win anymore. That was painful. That was real painful. If they put in Omnitail, they can bounce with trigger on the stack. Not possible versus O-Ring. Huh, interesting. I literally have never had that come up. I think the idea is that this is opponent's control versus O-Ring being able to exile your own stuff. We're playing against Lewis. Yeah, exactly. It's a new world. Indeed. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan this hand. We're also gonna mulligan this hand. Oh, look at Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, like if your opponent resolves a no ring and they put nothing into play, then you're probably winning anyway, right? So, all right, we keep this. We bottom this and this. I guess I kind of want to play around Stifle, so I'm gonna wait until Luis like taps out or something. I guess I have to now. Well, we're gonna get stifled. Oh, we're not. Sweet. All right. Does this one resolve? What do you say, Lewis? It does resolve. All right, sweet. Derbler, no Flipperoni. That's good for them. Ugh. It's gonna really suck if we get bolted here. So knight is a 3/3, but I don't think that we can afford to take a turn off. Like if this Stellar flips, yep, we're gonna be super clocked now. Super clocked. Whew. Second true name? Oh, Brazen Borrower. Well, that's brutal. Well, now I can't block anything. All right. We're getting attacked. Well, that's an okay draw. Oh, they have lethal. They can cast Brazen Borrower and step. Yeah, I guess I should have played the tracker and hope to draw into... I would have needed to draw into exactly Swords to Plowshares, right? So play tracker, play land, Wisp Heath. No, it can't be Heath. It has to be Caracas. So play land, Caracas. I knight for Cradle, sack Savannah, and draw into exactly Swords to Plowshares. That was the only way that I didn't die. I honestly forgot that they had the stupid borrower in there. Oh yeah, Lewis is great. Alright, Teague out, Primate out. We want swords, yes. We don't want Sylvan Library. We do want Ramina, we do want Tracker, we do want Knight. We do want Thalias, because Lewis is on blue-red. Is Veil even good against Delver? It is not good against Delver, right? Yeah, I don't think Veil is actually good against Delver. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Arkan. I think that, I mean, I would bring it in against Miracles, right? Like, they rely so much more on counter magic, but like, the counter magic that Delver plays is like Daces and Spell Pierces, which can be played around. So, in order to cast Veil of Summer, we need to just like be playing around Spell Pierce already, right? So, like, what is the point? Yeah, okay, I'm into it. We're gonna do this. Okay, so this hand, I like it because it's super robust. Like, unless they play like a super early turn name, we are gonna have our mana going in very cleanly. So, and yeah, so we're gonna get to untap here. Well, that's good. Plains source. Preordain. Huh. I wonder if they're playing like 4 Brainstorm, 4 Ponder, and also Preordain. That seems like a lot of cantrips. I guess that if you want to enable Arcanist, you kind of have to go super deep on cantrips. I'm going to take 1 turn off. I think I can. Lewis has no clock. Excuse me. Yeah, so this is fine. So we're just going to Swords, the Arcanist. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Get a basic forest. And at this point, I'm playing the Caracas because I kind of want Lewis to get me with Wasteland or whatever. So, all right, Ponder. Yeah, things looking much better this game. They shuffle there. Main phase Petty Theft. I love that Lewis is like, yeah, well, yeah, you got me. It's like he's pretty good at realizing where, well, I can't win here anymore. So like, I've gotten so many early concessions from Lewis. It's really funny. But I mean, for real, that game could have gone for like probably like 5 minutes longer, where Lewis is like trying to do whatever he can to stay alive, but in the end, he's not gonna win, right? So, yeah. So this was a risky key, but I think it's definitely worth it. If we get dazed into Wastelanded, we are going to lose the game, but that's fine. But it's not that likely to happen anyway. Young peasy. Alright. Alright. So definitely gonna start there. And then I'm gonna get another Savannah. We can't play around Wasteland anymore now, so I'm not going to. And I'm gonna get a Bird of Paradise here. I think that if I manage to stay ahead on mana, then that is the way that I'm gonna win this game. A Beretta. Okay. All right. We have the days, Lewis. All right. So now the knight is a 4/4. So can't be bolted, can't be abraded. And if we manage to untap, we're gonna be in a really, really good spot. Petty theft again. Driftward. Okay. Poggers. Alright, so I'm gonna do this first. Cradle for 3. Choke. Lewis concedes. Oh man, I love playing against Lewis. It's just like he's always so he's not messing around. By the way, if you have never seen Lewis, he's an amazing Delver player, and he sometimes streams. He doesn't stream that often lately, but he's really fun to watch. 100% would recommend him. This hand is like the mediumest of hands. Like, how can a hand be so medium? Is there any way this hand could be any more medium than it is? On the draw, I don't think I can keep this, unfortunately, though. This hand is significantly better, so we're going to keep this one. Bottom, knight of bottom. We have the combo here. So, yeah, I'm happy with this hand. Huh. Storm, maybe? I mean, if this is against Storm, we do have the turn to kill. Oh, baby. Yeah, so if we're playing against Storm and my opponent does not kill me this turn exactly, then I don't think that they can win anymore. We have not played against Storm once today, though. Follow Lewis as well. He's funny. Definitely does not waste time. He feel like, yeah, exactly. He's just like, he's not messing around. It's like, yeah, I mean, I could, what I was saying earlier, right? Like, I could continue playing this game. I could keep on playing this game, but like, I know that I cannot come back from this. So it's just like, there's no point in me doing it. It's just, I can keep losing for 5 more minutes. But he's like, nah, I don't want to. I'm just gonna, you can do your thing. Okay, so main phase Brainstorm basically screams Storm at me. So I'm just gonna jam Zenith for 2, and we're gonna see what happens. I could also Screeve Ranger into Thalia. The problem with Screeve Ranger into Thalia is that if I am playing against a removal deck, like they can bolt my bird and they wreck me. I think I'm going to assume that this is Storm, though. I'm gonna go for the high risk, high reward play. Oh, sweet. Well, that's great. So now we know we're not playing against Storm, and my opponent also forced pitching Ponder. We got a nice 2-for-1 for our green sun seed. So that's like amazing for us. Yeah, he does have kids, yeah. Is this show and tell again? We're playing against show and tell again. That's crazy. Wow. Alright. Really sad about bottoming that Knight of Autumn right about now. Green. And tap. Bounce. Replay. Sneak and show with Dace. Okay. Alright, respect, respect. I was definitely not playing around Dace from from Sneak and Show. You can rest assured I was not. Alright. Opponent's got the big boys. We're gonna sideboard something like this. Tracker out. This out. This out. This out. These out. So I guess I want choke over swords. Yep. With this list, I actually don't like surgical against this deck. With the other one, we can like Thoughtseize into surgical, so of course surgical becomes much more enticing at that point. But without being able to surgical them, like my opponent would need to resolve a show and tell before we can do anything about it, and that's like we're probably just dead at that point. This is so greedy. This is so absurdly greedy, but I think I'm gonna keep. Like again, this is just such a bad matchup that I think I need to get. I think I need to take risks. And this hand is like if I can slam a turn to choke and stop my opponent from like doing anything, then that is like the way that we win this game, right? Yeah, we beat Lewis earlier. Huh. Basic Island. I wonder if they're playing Moon. They didn't shuffle. So if we draw a land, we're gonna be in a great spot. Land. That's definitely not a land. Alright. That's my Thalia. Drawing the knight there is actually not horrendous, actually, because if my opponent manages to resolve show and tell, at least I have something that I can do, right? Land. Sweet, okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try to just jam this choke and see what happens. Like, I'd rather these get dazed than the knight. Again, the knight is like one of the ways that I can cheese out a win here, which I don't have many of, honestly. 5 minutes, 2 games? Ah, yeah. Well, you know that Lewis doesn't mess around, right? Like, whenever Lewis feels like he's dead, he just concedes. So, that's what we did it. Interesting. Okay, so I am going to cast Zenith here for 2. And if it resolves, I'm going to get Gadok Teague. This means that my opponent cannot... Alright, that's good. That's good. That's good. I like this. Hey Magus, how you doing? We're playing some Legacy today. We've been doing super well actually with Maverick. I'm so happy that I can do well with this deck again. Instead of like just wasting tickets, just throwing tickets down the drain. We're actually doing fine. It's very exciting. Bit sad because there's a swamp monster in the game I play and that monster is alone on his birthday. That's brutal. So sad. Opponent really struggling with this brainstorm. Also, like, come on, opponent. You can get a reasonable brainstorm art for so cheap in Magic Online. Why are you using the absolute worst brainstorm art? Just disrespectful, you know? Echoing Truth. Huh. Okay. So I'm gonna make a risky play here. We're gonna get got by Pyroclasm if my opponent has it. Also ugly fetch arts. Well, but the fetches are actually like more expensive, right? I also have ugly fetch arts because they're like worth like half of what the other ones are worth. But like literally it's just cents of difference between like a nice art brainstorm and a bad art brainstorm. At this point, I'm just gonna play out the knight. So now we can fetch for Caracas. Yeah, I know. I really enjoy the fact that you take pride in your cards, Arkin. Whenever I look at whenever I watch your stream and there's like this the sweet lands, feels good. Is my opponent gonna go for it here? Okay. Gristle Daddy. All right. It takes 7 here. Ha, they draw? So now any fetch land just wins the game. That's so greedy. Paper rares are in the fireplace. Yeah, like, why would they draw again? If they hadn't drawn, they had a chance. Baffling. Baffling. Alright, let's go. Ugh. This one's ugly. Can I really do better than this? My opponent keeps 7. Ugh, I guess I have to try. Yeah, I guess this one is slightly better. Bottom the swords. City of Traders. Turn 1 moon. Should have kept the first hand. They had 3 basics. Well. I guess we got God, huh? First hand had 3 basics and a Kasali Pride Mage, and I shipped it. Feels bad, man. We also have double fetch, so we could have, like, if we had gotten to play our lands, we'd have been fine. Brutal. Feels amazing, man. GG. I mean, I guess it's still not over. Like, my opponent used a lot of resources to put that moon into play, and if we draw one of our 4 basics, we kind of might have something going on. I mean, it's certainly. I'm not going to tell you that we are a favorite to win, because we're definitely not, but what I'm saying is, it's not over yet. You're one of those guys that say citizen over until I'm hit by a meteor. No, like, what I'm saying is, like, my opponent is not clocking me, right? If my opponent is not clocking, you see? That's what I'm saying. Now my cards do stuff. Whoops, I misclick. I wanted to play Thalia. My bad. If my opponent is not killing me, eventually I'm gonna draw, like, like random stuff. Like, I'm gonna draw one of my basics, and I might get away with something. That's fine. That's an Abrade. Because even right here, like, my opponent has Brainstorm, but like, if I resolve a Knight, like, even if they okay, so they have sneak attack. They have the force. Maybe they don't have the threat? Question mark? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's the good one that they can have. I guess both of them are the good one, so alright. GG's, GG's, GG's. GG's, I know when I'm beat, okay? Again, I thought there was a shot there, but then it wasn't. That was nice though. Whenever we lost was just like to a terrible matchup in Sneak and Show, or it was to what's his name? To just like not drawing one of like our relevant cards in a matchup where the relevant cards were worth it. Questing Beast was actually pretty fine, honestly. Like, it did a lot of work, and the interaction with Caracas is kind of interesting. Having a virtually unkillable 4/4 Death Touch Vigilance Haste, it's kind of something. Thought this would have been nice. Yeah, I mean, when we played the absent version, we did beat the Sneak and Show player. But yeah, I actually think that I like Canonist better than Deafening Silence. Like, even against something like Sneak and Show, if your opponent show and tells, then you can, like, even if they put an Omniscience in play, they cannot cast an Emrakul or anything like that, even though they would be able to do it with Deafening Silence. So I'm not a fan of the Deafening Silence. I think I'd rather have the Canonist instead. And Veil of Summer is kind of awkward, honestly. Like, we were beating control decks very easily, and we didn't draw it even once. I'm thinking that I might want Third Surgical. Yeah, I'm just not sure about the Veil of Summer, honestly. Yeah, Arcane for Maverick, Sneak and Show is usually a bad matchup. Like that's just like popular opinion because like it's hard for us to stop it until until like we need too many cards to lock them out, and like counter magic and stuff is just tough for them to. It's it's tough for us to play through all the counter magic they have. They also have like stuff like Blood Moon, as you just saw in that game 3. Like if we would have been in a much better spot if we had access to um, to our mana and we're able to cast our spells. They can play around Wasteland very easily. Um, and like Thalia is not GG like it is against Storm more often than not. Same thing with Gadok Teague. Like we definitely have better matchups, if that makes sense. You like my board? Thank you, Marius. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be. I'm definitely gonna continue testing Veil of Summer. Because like the card is just busted, right? Like we didn't it didn't do much in these couple of leagues, obviously, but like it's definitely worth testing because the card is just awesome. So, I will probably next time I play the list, it's gonna probably look something like this. I've been liking ramming up, honestly. People have been cutting it from Maverick lists, and I actually think the card is pretty legit. Like it does do a lot of like very minor things which are pretty awesome. Like we just uh, did the ramming up thing multiple times this couple of leagues, and it just won every time it happened, right? So that's not really a coincidence. But yeah, I will be back tomorrow with some more modern. But I really enjoyed playing. I really enjoyed playing some Legacy today. Like the fact that Maverick is back to being playable has me over the moon. Like I'm so happy that I can play my sweet deck again. I really missed it, honestly. And there's so many people streaming the wow. Like there's everybody streaming the this event, like the Twitch rivals, and then there's Eric. So we're gonna we're gonna host Eric. We're gonna give Eric a raid. So let's go to Eric's stream. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for checking out the video, and I hope you liked it. If make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and all the good stuff. And I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.